Do it so you can prove once and for all that you're not a libcuck. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, this is work-related, right? Political compass test. If economic globalization is inevitable, it should primarily serve humanity rather than the interests of transnational corporate. That's a loaded fucking question, dude. What does that mean? I mean, it could serve the interests of transnational corporations if there's responsible government policies to make sure they don't fuck everybody over. I don't know, dude. What the fuck? You could write like an essay on this one question alone. You know what? Let's try a meme, okay? On one, I'm going to take a little bit more of a right-leaning approach, and on the other, I'll take a more of a left-leaning approach. Okay, if economic globalization is inevitable, it should primarily serve humanity rather than the interests of transnational corporations. Yeah, of course, obviously. Humanity is really fucking important, right? Of course. On the other hand, I mean, large corporations drive our fucking economy. They produce products for everybody. We buy shit from them. You know, the people are employed by them. Like, I don't know. I mean, I think that their interests are pretty fucking important as well, right? I don't think it should be an either or, right? So we could say we disagree with that, okay? We'll go with the twofer, okay? I always support my country whether it was right or wrong. No. That's some fucking retarded ass bullshit. No one chooses his or her country of birth, so it's foolish to be proud of it. I mean, personally, I think it's kind of dumb to be proud of your country. All right, yeah. I mean, I believe that, but I mean, on the other hand, it's not necessarily like horrible to like be proud of your country. Like, that's not like the worst thing in the world. I mean, I don't think it's necessarily bad. All right. The enemy, my enemy is my friend. No, that's some retarded ass bullshit. Oh, one race has many superior qualities compared with other races. No, what the fuck? Military action that defies international law is sometimes justified. I mean, anything can be sometimes justified, right? Like, sometimes? There is now a worrying fusion of information and entertainment. I mean, probably, yeah, I would say no matter what, you're probably saying yes to that. Check Twitter DMs, it's really important. I have a feeling that it's not going to be very important, though. Listen, after this, I'm getting to work, okay? All right. People are ultimately divided more by class than by nationality. Hell yeah. Well, but class can play in... Or your nationality can play into your class. Yeah, sure. Controlling inflation is more important than controlling unemployment. Oh, what does that mean? What? I mean... No, but also yes. So on one hand, if combating unemployment, if your unemployment was reaching like record high levels and you needed some form of monetary policy that led to some inflation, I don't think that's the worst thing in the world. Whereas if inflation is getting out of fucking control and unemployment is okay, like you should probably control for inflation, right? Like what the fuck? Because corporations cannot be trusted to voluntarily protect the environment, they require regulation. Yeah, that's probably true. No, that's definitely true. Yeah, I'll just kind of... I mean, you can make a strong argument that they need to. You could also argue that social social pressures can pressure these companies into doing it as well, which would put you at an agree instead of strongly agree. From each according to his ability to each according to his need is a fundamentally good idea. I mean... Society is about more than just needs, right? We go for wants and desires as well. I don't know. That seems kind of weird. And some people can contribute more and some people can contribute less. On the other hand, if you need something, it's kind of a good idea. I don't know. Dude, you could argue there's like valid things on both sides here. This is an autistic waste of time. It's a sad reflection of our society that something as basic as drinking water is now a bottled, branded consumer product. No, what the fuck is wrong with that? What? Land shouldn't be a commodity? What? It is regrettable that many personal fortunes are made by people who simply manipulate money and contribute nothing to society. I mean, if they actually contribute nothing to society, then sure, I agree with that. But I don't know if you can argue that all of these people contribute absolutely nothing to society. Like, I don't know. Protectionism is sometimes necessary. I mean, this sometimes, like, what does sometimes mean? Like, anything could be sometimes necessary. Like, fuck. But I don't know, dude. The only social responsibility of a company should be to deliver a profit to its shareholders. The only social... I mean, kind of. Sure. But I mean, on the other hand, if there's no social pressure to worry about things like pollution or whatever, I don't know, dude. I don't. Can we drop this? Do I need to finish this? Can we just move on to working? The rich are too highly taxed. Probably not. But maybe so, because corporation tax is pretty high in America. It's one of the highest. It's up there, I think. Those with the ability to pay should have access to higher standards of medical care. I mean, to some extent I disagree, but if you've got money, you should be able to pay for some crazy shit if you can. We can't make the craziest shit available to everybody, right? There's a scarcity there. I don't know, dude. I could lean either way on this. Government should penalize business that mislead the public. I mean, what does that even mean? On some, I mean, you could argue that, like, news organizations shouldn't be able to post blatantly factually incorrect things. But then on the other hand, could the government abuse this power and start, like, regulating media? And then you got, like, everybody's, like, state media? Like, a genuine free market requires restrictions on the ability of predator multinationals to create monopolies. Yeah, sure, of course. The freer the market, the freer the people. I mean, in general, like, that really depends. Like, what? Like, freedom to discriminate against minorities? Is that really freedom for everybody? But then again, like, if you tell somebody who they can or cannot hire, does that... I don't know. All right. Our inner demons, okay? We're going to have 2 destinies worth coming out at the end here, okay? Abortion, when the woman's life is not threatened, should always be illegal. Probably not. No, I don't think this is a good idea. All authorities should be questioned. Hell yeah. Well, unless you're, like, in the military or some shit. Fuck, I don't know. You probably shouldn't be questioning your, like, commander on the field of battle. An eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. That's some retarded shit. Taxpayers should not be expected to prop up any theaters and museums that cannot survive on a commercial basis. I mean, the arts are important. But then again, like, some shit does get propped up that probably shouldn't be. I don't know, dude. Do we really need concerts of, like, old classical music still being played? Is this, like, a relevant thing? You can just have a recording of it? I don't know. Schools should not make classroom attendance compulsory. I disagree with that. All people have their rights, but it is better for us that all different sorts of people should keep to their own kind. No, what the fuck? Good parents sometimes have to spank their children. I don't really agree with that. I don't like spanking kids. But sometimes, I mean, I guess if your kid is, like, about to murder somebody, you should. Like, maybe. It's natural for children to keep some secrets from their parents. Yeah, of course. Possession of marijuana for personal use should not be a criminal offense. You know, probably not. The prime function of schooling should be equipped. No. People with serious inheritable disabilities should not be allowed to reproduce. Probably not. The most important thing for children to learn is to accept discipline. What? There's way more important shit to learn. There is no savage or uncivilized people. There are only different cultures. Yeah, I think so. But then again, I'm not that big on that race realism, boy. Those who are able to work and refuse the opportunity should not expect society's support. I mean, what does this include? Are you saying that, like, a history major shouldn't be allowed to be a history major because he's not, like, working and he just does academia and he's, like, supported by taxpayer money? Is that, like, does that count there? But maybe it doesn't. When you are troubled, it's better not to think about it, but to keep busy with more troubling. What? No. What? Figure out your problems. That's retarded as fuck. First generation can never be fully immigrated within their new country or integrated. No. What's good for the most successful corporation is ultimately always good for all of us? No. What? No broadcasting institution, however independent its content, should receive public funding. I don't think so. What about, like, NPR, dude? Our civil liberties are being excessively curbed in the name of counterterrorism. Fuck yes. A significant advantage of a one-party... Fuck anybody that's been through an airport. A significant advantage of a one-party state is that it avoids all the arguments to delay progress in a democratic political system. I mean, that is an advantage. I mean, you can argue whether that... Or I guess you'd argue if that's an advantage or a disadvantage. I mean, I guess it depends on who the one party is. I don't think so. Although the electronic age makes official surveillance easier, only wrongdoers need to be worried. What? The death penalty should be an option for the most serious crimes. Probably not, but maybe. I mean, if you're talking like a dude that like bombs like a school building full of children, then they're probably past the point of redemption, right? But I'll leave this and disagree. In a civilized society, we must always have people above to be obeyed and people below to be commanded. Are we on some like anti-communist shit? What's going on here? I mean, you always need like employers and employees. Is that like what that's getting at? Abstract art that doesn't represent anything shouldn't be considered art at all. What? No. In criminal justice, punishment should be more important than rehabilitation. No. It's a waste of time to try to rehabilitate some criminals. Well, some criminals, maybe. The business person and the manufacturer are more important than the writer and the artist. No, come on. Mothers may have careers, but their first duty is to be homemakers. Multinational companies are unethically exploiting the plant genetic resources of developing. Maybe. I don't know enough about this. I'll kind of agree, I guess. Making peace with the establishment is an important aspect of maturity. Yeah, probably. Astrology accurately explains many things. No. You cannot be moral without being religious. No. Charity is better than social security as a means of helping the genuinely disadvantaged. Probably not. Some people are naturally unlucky. No. Well, what do you mean? Like born into shitty circumstances? Or like roll a dice and more often than not roll lower than 4? Like what? What does this mean? It is important that my child's school instills religious values. No. Sex outside marriage is usually immoral. No. A same-sex couple in a stable loving relationship should not be excluded from the possibility of adoption, of course. Pornography depicting sexual should be legal. Are you sure? What goes on in private bedroom between cunning adults is no business of the state. Yeah. No one can feel naturally homosexual. No. Disagree. I hate these like double negatives. Wait. No one can feel homosexual. All right, yeah, we discussed. These days, I'm going to about sex has gone too far. No. Okay, so on the left one, we have, like, if my answers would all fall to the left, kind of. And then on the right one, it's if my answers all kind of fell to the right. But, like, I think they're interchangeable. Let's see how far apart this puts us. Okay, we see Gandhi. I guess we're shooting for Gandhi, Friedman, Thatcher, Hitler, Stalin. Okay, so we are a libertarian, and I guess depending on how our answers fall, we are either pretty left or a little bit to the right. So do we average these two out to figure out where we stand? Right here? A political compass certificate? Wait, did we hit literally Gandhi? No, Gandhi was much more authoritarian. These tests are fucking retarded.